Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking Real Housewives of Potomac. Today we are talking about my reaction to an upcoming teaser of tonight's episode of Real Housewives of Potomac, where Karen, basically on a trip to Austin, is gathering the ladies around and is trying to get something out of Robyn DIXON, you guys. Is trying to get something out of her, trying to hold her accountable. She's playing victim, claiming that she hasn't told her mom about HUAN, which I don't know how you can film a reality show and not tell your own parents your own reality real time. Make it make sense. But, Karen basically said, with this non-communication that Robyn's doing, even though it's supposed to be a group trip, it's causing division, right? And so Robyn is like, well, I only want to talk to the people that I feel comfortable talking to, that have reached out to me and saw, how I was doing and what I was going through. And so Candace was like, well, I've reached out to you and you didn't respond. And she was like, well, why would I? You always bash me on social media and I've gone through torture. And Candace was like, I've gone through torture too. And so Karen is like, we just want to simply, hold you accountable and just fess up to what's going on here. And so she's like, so what are you guys going to do? Are you guys going to beat me up? Like, what do you guys want me to do? Blah, blah, blah. And here's the thing, right? It is the audacity for me, right? Because Robyn, you have no problem all of these other seasons, whether it was coming for Monique, coming for Candace, coming for Karen, specifically those first few seasons, we're concerned about whether or not she still lived in Potomac when you and Giselle, I believe, did that drive-by trying to pretend to be the pizza delivery people, trying to ring the doorbell at Karen's house to find out if she really was still the grand dame of Potomac or not. Also, when you and Giselle had on the, making fun of race, tax issues, and you had on those tax t-shirts, and you had an ambush trying to, make Karen hold herself accountable for her husband's issues with the IRS. Then also when you guys wanted Karen to admit on multiple seasons that she allegedly had some type of affair outside of her marriage with some guy named Blue Eyes. You brought it up in the earlier seasons, and then you brought Charisse back to also try to destroy Karen and all of these things. But now that the spotlight is on you, you're claiming you don't want to talk about it. You don't want to discuss HUAN. And all that energy that you had for Candace and Karen in that scene, you need to be having it for HUAN. But we know you're never going to have the same energy for HUAN because we all know what this is. You know exactly the man that you chose to remarry. You know that you chose to remarry a man who is a cheater, that caused you to divorce him the first time, right? You know that one has extracurriculars going on with whoever, and you don't care as long as it's not public. As long as you can still say that you are a quote-unquote housewife for Bravo, right? But what is the cost? While he is publicly out here in nail salons with other women, while he is publicly out here in laundromats with other women, making a fool of you and your children. Make it make sense, you guys. And it's the nerve, because this is the same Robyn who gets on, these reunions and these shows and says, everyone needs to be held accountable since you're filming a reality show. Well, what about you? The rules don't change because it's you. You don't get to hide and pretend that nothing's wrong in your life and latch on to other storylines like you've been doing for several seasons when the spotlight is on you. And this is why I kept saying Robyn needed to be demoted or fired. If she was not going to bring anything, Karen is the only one who knows what time it is on this show. She's the only person who is trying to bring something entertaining this season. And all of these people are folding up like lawn chairs, pretending like, oh my gosh, this is too traumatic to talk about on a reality show that is supposed to be about your reality. Make it make sense, you guys, as to why we are being subjected to this foolishness. And this is why we have dragged these shows for so long, because these reality shows, they all get cocky. They all get their heads blown up by their followers and by their fan bases. And then they decide that they're not going to bring what needs to be brought on these reality TV shows anymore. But the problem is the fans will tune out. The fans will tune out and the fans will call you out. You're upset with how social media is reacting to you, but you're not being transparent with the people either. This is the same one, DIXON, who said on season 2 on the hot mic that he was just there because of the kids. Was venting to a producer that if the boys were not in existence, he would not be there. And that he wanted to find life and love with somebody. That when he played overseas, another woman was the love of his life. And you still came crawling back to him, begging him to be with you. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's guilt because you lost his money, his NBA money. I don't know if it's you feel a certain type of way because you did the same thing that Dwayne Wade's first wife did, which was take Dwayne Wade in and everything else, and your family took care of him and all of the things. So you feel obligated to always look out for him, and he's jobless now. So you knowingly get married again without a prenup, and basically you're letting him call the shots. You're letting him talk about how attractive another woman is on national television and how he is free to do him and do whatever he wants, right? All while not having a job, all while not bringing any income into the household currently, and all of the things, but you're the one that's looking like the clown. He is the one that is directing you on what you can and cannot be doing. Make it make sense. I need Robyn to keep the same energy that she has had for Monique, that she has had for Candace, that she has had for Karen, that she has had for Wendy, that she has had for every single cast member except for Giselle. When their storylines were in the spotlight, when their marriages were in the spotlight, when you wanted to speculate on whether or not their husbands were cheating or their spouses were cheating on their husbands, right? It was okay for you to come for them on that, right? It was okay for you to allegedly be in on a plot to expose an alleged trainer affair rumor with Monique on one of the seasons. But when it is on you and when there's actual receipts of Juan talking to other women, of the woman from Canada who he is on a receipt of a hotel room, right? Of Juan and his former co-worker showing up at multiple places in public and not with you. That all of that is okay, that we're all the problem. That we're all the problem because we're talking about it, but you signed up to make all of this money being filmed for a reality show where you're supposed to be showing your reality, but you want to clam up when it is your turn to come to the carpet and expose what is going on in your life. And Karen is the only one, Karen and Candace are the only one who sees this for what this is, right? Who sees this for what this is and are rightfully calling out the BS. No, Robyn and Candace don't have to be best friends. We do know that Robyn and, Karen, of course, have history because remember, Charisse was the one who was in all of the charitable circles, right? So that's how Giselle, Robyn, and Karen and Charisse, you had that camaraderie season 1, right? And even with Katie too, right? From season 1, there was a genuine bond there. And now everybody is too good to be their authentic selves now. Giselle is, morphed into the role that she is just going to be the instigator and tell us nothing about her life. Robyn has decided she's going to be Giselle's sidekick and coming for everyone else's marriage. But when it's time for her marriage to be on the spotlight, she's completely, distraught and crying and throwing these tantrums to get out of talking about it. And everybody else is trying to share things about their life or defend the accusations that Giselle and Robyn bring to the group while none of their tea gets exposed. You're not allowed to talk about them and it's a problem. Or they don't feel they're close enough to you to tell you anything, but you demand that they tell you everything in response when the spotlight's on them. Make it make sense, right? So there is that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.